Howdo, everybody. Before the Let's Play proper, I'm recording this video in advance to kind of anybody who wants to play along for, or if you want to set up a game for yourself, I'm going to show some intricacies with this version of the game in particular, and help you guys set up a multiplayer session of your own if you want to attempt to do so. Single player is fine, but there are a few things that need to be taken into consideration when you are playing multiplayer. This is going to be a fully multiplayer Let's Play, so the time for tutorials and stuff would be a bit less available than normal because it's going to be 4 people running around just in general having a good time. So I'm also going to use this to go over some of the game's more unique mechanics. But for starters, you want to go into options. Let's see, game options. Messages, goal requests. There should be a thing for, might be under voice. Let's see, under audio. Okay, so something that's important is, let's see, you want to have enable voice as either push to talk or off. And now here's the thing, this is important. Doing this alone will not stop voice, because one of the biggest problems with this version of Borderlands, which is Game of the Year Enhanced, is that a lot of people have reported high amounts of lag in multiplayer. The problem comes from VoIP, which is, I forget exactly what that stands for, but I know it has something to do with the game's engine and how it handles voice. Basically what it amounts to is even if you turn off enable voice, the engine still has voice enabled. So you'll need to go into the engine files and then manually turn voice off. Give me just a second here, make sure I have this right.
Check me out. Oh, come on.
Okay, here it is. So I'm gonna back out of the game for a second. Let me see, I'm actually gonna have to make a new capture thing. Let's see, is there a screen capture? There's a display capture. Display capture, yeah, sure. Display capture, perfect, okay. So let me get rid of this. Where's that display capture at? Okay, the display capture is right here. Device, primary monitor. There we go. Okay, so now you should be seeing, oh, let me actually exit the game. Okay, so you should be seeing my screen now. Yeah, okay, so you should be seeing my screen. Let me transform this to make it fit better. Hit the screen, there we go. So what you need to do in order to fix the game itself is you need to go to your documents. So let's see. Looking for documents, my games. You want Borderlands Game of the Year. Borderlands is just Borderlands 1. You want Borderlands Game of the Year. Then you go to Willow Game and config. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a file that is the willowengine.ini, which is this one right here. Engine/ini. We should be able to open this with Notepad. Okay, so once you have this opened in Notepad, you need to find, so there should be a search option. There is search. Search setup. Okay, find. You're looking for B has voice enabled. Hit find next, and then it'll see VoIP. B has voice enabled. Now, if you're looking at this on your screen, it should say true. What you want to do is you want to remove that, set it to false, and then make sure you overwrite that by saving. Now, let me check something. Willow Engine properties. Did I set that to read only? Yes, I did. So when you have done that and you've set has voice enabled to false, make sure you set it to read only, so that way the engine doesn't try and put it back to true. what this will do is this will stop the engine from reading voice inputs. So that way, it's not wasting memory on voice that's not going through. So with that fixed, you should be good to go. So now let's head back into the game real quick. Let's get rid of this window capture. Let's get rid of this display capture for a moment and head back into the game, because I want to show you probably one of the biggest core mechanics of Borderlands, which again, I'm not going to have time to really explain it in-game. And that's going to be the weapon generation system. Now, it's not strictly weapons. Any item in the game that isn't a consumable will have something like this. Skip all this real quick. And I'll go ahead and boot up one of my high-level characters to show this off. Let's see, select character. Let's boot up my Roland. Why not? Oh, this isn't my Roland. This is my Brick. Did I hit the wrong one? It must not have wanted to select properly. Select character. Playthrough 2. Yep, this is my soldier. There we go. That's better. Okay, so let's head to Tartarus Station. This would be a good place to show this off. So one of Borderlands' major selling points, I believe their advertisement said something in the vein of 87 bajillion guns or something like that. Because Borderlands 1, or hell, the Borderlands games in general, have a very intricate weapon creation system that happens behind the scenes. It's very rare to find two items that are exactly identical. It's more common in the first game because there's less variables for it to work with, but it's still not that common. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a few items and open up a save editor to show you guys how it works behind the scenes. Okay, I think this one has a bag full of first aid kits. Well, not full of them, but this will work anyway. So let's go ahead and loot all these treasure chests.
Always nice to get resupply. All right, we got guns over here.
Alright, so those shotguns will do nicely. We got a legendary right there. Nice. I can actually compare that with one of my own. Let's see. Good, we got some shields. Unfortunately, grenades are exempt from that rule, so I'll probably just end up selling those. Class mods, that'll do. That's an Iridian weapon. Those aren't particularly good for this example. 2 SMGs back-to-back will do fine. Yeah, these will do fine. These will all do just fine. Not the Iridian weapons, though. Those can burn. Right, so I'm going to head back to the Underdome, and then I'm going to switch back to display view and show you these items' data inside the save editor. Let's boot this back up, get back to the Underdome real quick. If I can find the Underdome. There it is. Let's get rid of these grenades, because grenades aren't subject to this system. They just straight up level scale. Alright, so that's that. So we'll go ahead and exit. Saving. Okay, good. So now it should boot me up back here. So now if we close the game out, and then I go to display capture. Okay. So I do have a program called Willow Tree, which lets me edit my save files as need be. I mostly use it to bypass glitches and stuff. So let's see, I believe save 1 is my Roland. Let's see. Yes, so if we go to weapons, you'll see all of these weapons that I just picked up from these chests. We'll start with one of the weapons I was actually using, which was my incendiary rifle. Let's see, that's slot 2. Where's my slot 1? That's slot 3? Oh no, the incendiary one's a Draco. So yeah, my corrosive Raven. This is a Raven that has perfect stats. It's got the best parts and max level. So you'll notice when you look at a weapon, especially with, guns, it's comprised of a bunch of basic parts. There's the body, the grip, the magazine, the barrel, the sight, the stock, and the accessory. All of those will impact different things. If you're interested, I can link, I'll probably link the Borderlands wiki. It has a pretty good rundown on what all of this does. But generally speaking, I believe the body is what determines the manufacturer. We'll probably go into manufacturers in the game proper. Grip is like stability. Oh, no, wait, no, I think grip might be manufacturer. One of the two. Body might be something else. It's either body or grip that determines manufacturer, one of the two. Magazine mostly determines magazine size. There's also some specialty ones that can have other effects. Like for shotguns, for example, shotguns can have a 2-round magazine just being like a double barrel. And to compensate for only having 2 shots, you get a damage increase. Or in this case, how this magazine is a Magazine 3 Raven magazine. That part is what makes this gun what it is. If that was swapped out for something else, it would cease to be a Raven. Barrel, I believe, increases or like affects accuracy and like base accuracy. Stock is recoil, sights how much you can zoom in. Accessory is special effects like more damage, elemental effects, that kind of stuff. Material determines like what kind of quality is, so on and so forth. Let's see, if we go to items, class mods and shields. Oh wow, I actually managed to pick up a perfect class mod. That's actually really nice. You can tell if it's perfect because of the number up front. 660 is the best in terms of raw numerics. But I tried to mute myself before the sneeze went through, but I couldn't. I'm sorry. But anyway, so class mods work on a similar system. There is the body, the left side, the right side, and the manufacturer. Manufacturer is just manufacturer. Let's see. The body determines what kind of, like, what class it goes for, and the left side and right side determine the bonuses. If we look at a shield is kind of the same way. The body determines base capacity. Left side and right side, I think, determine other bonuses like recharge time and recharge delay. Manufacturer and material determine the grade of the shield, because any shield that has a special effect has like 3 different tiers. So a material 3 would be like a top tier shield. Some material 3s are rarer than others. But that's a basic rundown. Like I said, the wiki has a whole bunch of really good in-depth details on all of this, so I'll be sure to link those in the video description. But anyway, that should do for a basic rundown of Borderlands' behind-the-scenes mechanics and how to fix the multiplayer lag. So if y'all enjoyed this, I hope y'all look forward to the actual Let's Play, probably coming later today. And I'll see y'all then. Later.